Incredibly, Rainbow Six Siege is still going strong. The player base is as big as ever, and with Year 3 content being revealed, it's a great time to be playing the game. Recently, Ubisoft did a massive announcement about what's coming up in Rainbow Six Siege. So what does Year 3 have to offer? Well, a full 4 seasons, including 4 seasons worth of new operators, a map overhaul, and plenty of other interesting content to boot. Oh, and did I mention a possible zombie mode? No, well, I should have probably led with that one. More on that in a bit. The first season of Year 3 is called Operation Chimera, and it brings with it a quarantine or biohazard theme. Fits in nicely with the zombies thing if you ask me. It also has French and Russian biohazard operators coming with it. That's very lucky, seeing as I think we'll have plenty of pesky zombies around. Season 2 will be centred around Italy with 2 new Italian GIS operators and of course a new map situated somewhere in Italy. In Season 3 we get 2 new operators again, but this time one from Scotland Yard in the UK and another from the American Delta Force. No new map with this season though, instead a current map will undergo a complete design overhaul. Layout and appearance will be changed, but the essence of the map will stay the same, according to the Ubisoft blog. It sounds a lot like what Valve have been doing with the CSGO maps recently, taking them out of the rotation before completely redoing them and adding them back in. No word on what map will be getting that treatment though, maybe it's going to be more than one. The last season of the year will feature 2 new operators from Morocco along with a Moroccan based map. Now though, before we get carried away, back to this potential zombie mode, and it should be coming out with Operation Chimera like I mentioned. Now, not very much is known about it at all right now. All we know is that it seems to be a cooperative event that will run for 4 weeks during the first season of Year 3, which hits the shelves in January, in case you were wondering. Could it be something like Terrorist Hunt that's already in the game but with a zombie theme? Maybe the AI could be quicker and rush at you, or could it be something a bit more in-depth and quite different, maybe a halfway house towards the COD zombie mode? I think in all honesty it's probably just a reworked Terrorist Hunt, but let's wait and see. Of course you've got all the defending, building and blocking up windows mechanics in the game, so they could implement that there as well. All that sounds great, but we haven't even finished Year 2 yet, and you'd be right. To finish out the year we've got white noise. Now white noise may seem like a bad thing, but this update is far from it. It gives us 3 new operators and 1 new map, so let's not linger on the name. First up, the new map, which you're looking at here, is called Tower, and it's set on a skyscraper in Seoul. It has 3 floors and it's predominantly set inside apart from one area where the attackers spawn outside. It looks fantastic as well, especially when you're abseiling down the side of the skyscraper. Inside, it feels very familiar to a lot of the other maps in some areas, but I do enjoy the aesthetics of it. And then of course we have the 3 new operators. First up is Vigil. He has what can only be described as Harry Potter's cloak of invisibility. Okay, not quite, but he is able to use his ability to make himself invisible only to cameras and drones, making him a bit of a roamer as he is a defensive operator. He isn't invisible to the naked eye though, this isn't Predator, only cameras and drones. Say a drone is scoping out a room and Vigil happens to be in there using his abilities, he may be invisible to the cameras, but the drone will have an effect to tell them whilst they can't see anyone, Vigil may be in that area. Sure, he can hide, but attackers will at least know when he's generally around. Just like Caveira's Silent Step, he can't use his ability permanently, and any activity he does such as shooting will cancel it. He's a 3-speed, 1 armor operator. He's also one of 2 South Korean operators, the other one being Dokebi. Dokebi is a 2-speed, 2 armor attacker, and her abilities lets her send out phone calls to disrupt comms and cameras, and I think this is going to change the game. She's a bit of a filthy hacker. Twice per round she can use her ability called Logic Bomb, which calls every defending player's phone. Firstly, it causes an annoying phone buzzing that the defenders need to take time to deactivate, and then it also disrupts the cameras. It's pretty annoying as well. It got me killed a few times trying to shut it off, and of course the attackers can hear your phone ringing. Echo, however, is immune, and if you're near a signal jammer when it's deployed, you will also nullify its effects. You would think that that was plenty annoying on its own, but there's more. Every defender that's killed drops a phone now, and for a short amount of time it's available for her to hack. If she does manage to complete the hack, the attacking team will then gain access to all of the defenders' cameras using their own tools against them. And I think I'm right in saying that the defenders, if they want to, can shoot any drop phones on the floor before they've been hacked to deny that from happening. And lastly, we've got the Polish operator called Sofia. Now Sofia is a 2-speed, 2-armor attacker, and this little gem comes equipped with a grenade launcher. If the other two operators were at one with new technology, then Sofia is full of old school brute force. And her grenade launcher is also double barreled. In one chamber she's got concussion grenades, and in the other, impact grenades. She can switch between barrels with the press of a button, and the concussion grenades can bounce off surfaces to get to those harder to reach corners. She's got one more trick up her sleeve though. Sofia is so badass that once per round she can actually revive herself from a down but not out state. That's right, she can just get back up and walk it off. The downside is that if you do this, you're only going to have 1 HP, but at least she's going to be up. And I think this in particular is going to cause a lot of controversy in the Rainbow Six Siege community. Obviously the down but not out state is a pivotal part of the game design, and being able to revive yourself even if you're on 1 HP will give you a huge advantage, so it's going to be interesting to see how this one plays out. So that's about all. Really cool update for Rainbow Six Siege this actually. The white noise update is out now on the test servers if you want to give it a whirl, and it will then release fully in a week or so to the vanilla servers. Lots of interesting operators and content coming to Rainbow Six over the next 12 months that will definitely change up the meta of the game, and I think that Ubisoft have done a really good job improving and enhancing the game. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below, guys. If you enjoyed the video, give me a thumbs up. If you didn't, a thumbs down. Subscribe for more, and I'll see you in the next one.